subscribe to our YouTube channel for the latest updates. Hurricane Eta is making a potentially catastrophic landfall on the coast of Nicaragua this evening, currently at 13.8 degrees north, 83.4 degrees west, as of 3 p.m. local time, making landfall at this very moment as a Category 4 with winds of 140 miles per hour sustained and a pressure estimate of 940 millibars moving west at 3 miles per hour. It's a CDPS Stage 8. The main reason for this is the rainfall factor. Obviously the wind speed up there as well, particularly the coastal areas, but when the storm moves inland, it's the rainfall potential that's going to be bordering on extreme, with maybe 36 inches of rain projected for some inland locations in Central America. Here's its location right now depicted on the map. 13.8 north, 83.4 degrees west, moving inland very shortly indeed, as of 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Puts it 4 miles from Wawa, 9 miles from Haulover, 16 from Puerto Cabezas, 220 from Managua, and 249 from Tegucigalpa. A hurricane warning is in effect from the Honduras-Nicaragua border to Sandy Bay, Serpi. So these are the wind speed estimates right now. The current estimate is quite firmly around 140 miles per hour. The ADT suggesting slightly higher, and that's creeping down though at this point. And there's the storm's forecast track. It isn't over after the landfall in Central America, as it's now appearing as though this storm will regenerate in the Western Caribbean. We didn't know whether it would be a different system first, but it looks like it's going to retain the same system structure and then move into Cuba and then onto Florida as a tropical storm on day 4 and 5. So we're talking here by this weekend that it will be approaching Florida, and we may see some watches and warnings come into effect. Whether it strikes that area or not still remains somewhat uncertain. This is what the GFS model is saying. So the storm moving through the landmass and then now back over the water, very weak and elongated, then it gets itself together again. The green areas, tropical storm force winds, widespread, potentially over parts of Florida, and GFS suggesting that it will turn left and go into the Gulf, and then maybe another landfall, this time on the Florida Panhandle region. Sea surface temperatures ahead of the storm look like this in Fahrenheit. In Celsius, that's around 28 to 29 degrees Celsius at landfall and when it re-emerges off the coast. This is what models are saying, obviously calling for a very stark weakening trend, which is obviously a good thing. Then it weakens substantially down to below tropical storm status, starts to intensify a bit again. Wind shear extremely high by the time we get to day 4 and 5, so it's going to struggle. Sea surface temperatures will remain fairly warm, 28 to 29 degrees for the duration. Relative humidity is looking good, so that will probably keep this storm alive for a little bit longer. Interesting to note the HMO model there wants it further west. This storm structure has been very impressive over the last few hours, and we've been willing it to just make landfall already and start to die off, which it obviously won't do completely, but the longer it stays over water, the more time it has to intensify. It's now going to move it onshore, but you can see just how slowly it's been doing it. It's taken all day for the storm to reach land. Now it has, and it will start to move inland and weaken, but the rainfall situation is looking very bad indeed for this area.